everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Becca from At Home in the Sun, and today we're going to be doing a fun tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how I made this laminated scratch off savings challenge card, and this one says rainy day fund. So we're going to go through the whole process of how to make this. So what you're going to need is a computer, a printer paper, and I am going to be printing mine off on cardstock today. You're also going to need a laminating pouch, and the thickness of the one that I'm using today is 3 ml. You're going to be needing a laminator, and I am using the Scotch brand laminator today. And you're going to need a cutting tool. For my cutting tool, I'm going to be using my Fiskars cutting mat. However, you can just use scissors. That will work perfectly fine. And lastly, you're going to need some scratch off stickers. I am using some 1-inch rose gold scratch off stickers, and everything that you see here I got from Amazon, and I will link that all down below in the description if you guys want to get any of these supplies for yourself. We are going to be designing our tracker card in canva.com. And an optional supply that you may want is a corner rounder. So maybe something like this to round the corners on your savings tracker card. So we're gonna head on over to the computer and I will show you step by step of how to design this card. Let's go. All right, we're gonna navigate to canva.com, click on create a design, and we want to select custom design, and you want your dimensions to be 8.5 by 11 inches, which is a full size of printer paper, and then click on create new design. Now, once we get here, you have some rulers at the top and the bottom. If you don't have these showing for you, go over to File and go down to Settings and make sure the Show Rulers and Guides is checked. That will be very helpful with this project. All right, so I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. We're going to go over here to Elements, type in Shapes, and we're going to just select a box. I like to move my box up to the corner so I can use the guides up here. So we're going to adjust the box to 6 inches by 3 inches. And then with your box selected, go up here to color, and we're going to change the color to this nice blue-green gradient. Then we're going to go back over here to elements. And since the theme of this is a rainy day fund, I want to add a rainbow. So I'm going to go up here to elements and type a rainbow into the search bar. And there's going to be lots of different things to choose from. I'm going to click on graphics, and I am going to be using this one right here. Now this one is available for pro subscribers. If you don't have a pro subscription, there are so many other ones that you can choose from, but I'm going to choose from this one right here. And we're going to adjust the size of it to fit our box. That looks pretty cute. I like that. All right, over here to text, we're going to type in the name of our fund, which is Rainy Day Fund. So put that right in the middle at the top, and then we want to choose our font and our font size. So the font size, we're going to do 30 for the font size, and you can play around with this on yours, make it look the way you want to. The font that I'm using today is called UGMai. So I'm going to type that into the search bar and select that. And then I want to add an effect to my font. So I'm going to go over here to effects, click on outline, change the outline effect to white, and also change the thickness to 100%. Now we're going to go over here to add another text box. And we're going to type in total, and this is going to be the total of our scratch off card, what it adds up to. And I'm going to select the same font, the UGMai that we're using, and change the size here to 16. And we'll go back and fill in the total when we decide how much we want this scratch off card to be worth. All right, so now we're going to select our icons. So I'm going to type in cloud with rain. And I'm going to pick this one right here. This one's really cute. And that is a free icon. It is not a pro one. So then you can play around with your sizing. I'm going to size this one as 0.8. So using the guides here, shrink it down till it is 0.8 width and height. and you can play around with the sizing of your icons and the placement and all of that. So I'm going to do this one right in the middle. That's where I like to start, right in the middle, and then work outwards from there. So the inside of the cloud is gray. I want to change that to white. So I'm going to go up here to color and change that to a white cloud. And now from here, I'm just going to copy and paste my clouds, play with the positioning of them and all of that. So I'm going to fast forward through this part. All right, so now I think I have my clouds exactly where I want them to be. And now I'm going to go back over here to elements, and I'm going to type in shapes, or a circle. Actually, I'm going to type in circle because I want to add a circle as a guide. So I'm going to select this one right here. This is going to help me when I'm putting on my scratch off sticker. So I'm going to shrink this down to 1 by 1. And now I'm just going to play with the placement of it around the clouds and get it exactly where I want it to go. What ends up taking me the longest when I'm designing something on Canva is usually placement and like getting everything exactly where I want it to be. So just play around with your placement and sizing and all of that till it looks exactly the way that you want it to look. All right, so now we're going to add the numbers to our clouds. So this can be whatever you want. I'm using the same font, the UGMI. And let's do a 20 size font. So these can be whatever you want. The total of your scratch off card can be 100, could be 50, anything like that. So I'm just going to put in some random numbers here, and we'll add them up and see what they total at the end. All right, so I think I have all my numbers lined up pretty well. This is looking pretty cute. So when I was watching this back and doing my voiceover, I did realize that I am going to type in the wrong total here. I ended up typing in 110, but the numbers add up to 115. So it is $5 off, and then I'm going to go back and decide to make it $100 even. So I do go back and change some numbers here, but the total is still $5 off. My math wasn't mathing apparently when I was doing this, but just be aware that I am $5 off on this. So when you're all done with your design, we're going to click share, click on download. You want to save it as a PDF print. I like to flatten my prints, and click the download button. Then you will pick the folder on your computer where you want to save it. Go ahead and print it out on your cardstock or regular printer paper at 100%, and I will meet you back at my desk to finish it up. All right, so we have printed off our design, and I did print mine off on cardstock. So now we're gonna get our laminating pouch. The thickness of the one that I'm using today is 3 mil. So let's stick this in. I already have my laminator all heated up here. Now, one tip is to turn your laminator up hotter than the thickness of your pouch. So I am using 3 mil, but I turned it up to 5 mil. That's just a little tip. It actually, the higher heat helps like bubbles and cloudiness and helps it to come out more clear. So let's go ahead and laminate our design. All right, go ahead and shut this off. All right, so now you're gonna need your cutting tool. So I'm using my Fiskars cutting mat, and we're going to cut out our card. All right, so we're all cut out. I did want to note that, and I've noted this in one of my other tutorials, that when we designed our card on Canva, we did make it 6 by 3 inches, but for whatever reason, when I print out my designs from Canva, they are slightly smaller than how I designed them to be. And it's not just because I'm cutting off extra on the edge. I've measured multiple things that I've made, and they all print out slightly smaller. So this one is measuring a little bit below 6 inches, and then here it is measuring a little bit under 3 inches. So I'm not sure why that is. I always print at 100%, but keep that in mind. So one optional thing that I'm going to do before I put on my scratch off stickers is I am going to round the corners. Since this is laminated and these are sharp, I'm going to go round them. I'm going to do that off camera and then I will be right back. So I have the corners all rounded. Our card is looking really cute. So now it's time to add our scratch off stickers. And I just love these rose gold scratch off stickers that I got. Like I said before, I'll have all of this that I'm using today linked in the description down below if you would like to purchase. So the reason that I added the circles is that it makes it really, really easy to line everything up. So I'm going to go ahead using my circle as a guide, very carefully line everything up. And it's okay if it's not exact. So when you're like putting them all in a straight line and you want everything to be nice and straight, that's why the circles are helpful. If you're just making a scratch off card and your icons are in just random places, it doesn't really matter if you add the circles or not. But in this case, I wanted them to be as straight as possible, so I did add the circles. So yeah, that makes it nice and easy to line everything up. I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of my stickers and then I'll be right back. All right, so I have all my stickers put on. That looks pretty cute. This one could have gone over a little bit more, but overall I'm happy with the placement of the stickers. They look pretty straight to me. All right, so last but not least, let's try it out. So let me grab my penny here and let's scratch off and see how well these scratch off. Super easy. That's so cute. So yeah, the stickers scratch off super easily, as you can see. And then it reveals the amount down below. Let me go ahead and scratch the rest of it off just to see what it looks like. So yeah, it's scratching off really easily. You do have like a little, well actually no, you don't really have much residue left after you scratch it off. It looks like it's all pretty much gone. So like these could be reusable. So if you wanted to finish this card up and then reuse it, you could stick your stickers back on. So these are reusable. So yeah, that's really cute. I'm really happy with the way that these turned out. Let me know down in the comments if this tutorial was helpful for you and if you have any questions. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.